Hi, Crowborn Curious here. Different kind of video today. Definitely not using my phone, using the computer. So looks nice. Got some art in the background. Uh, but today's topic, definitely different from everything else. It is Herobrine. Uh, this is my theory headcanon of what I've come to think of. I call it the true form Herobrine theory. And honestly, it's my head canon that I like. But so it's kind of like so all the avatars, all the Herobrines that we see in all the different videos and media that we see Herobrine posting, all of those are avatars of Herobrine, of the true Herobrine. That's what the basis is of. Kind of like a true form dark side. Have you seen that the DC universe dark side, and that all the dark sides in each the universe is a different is all just an avatar of the true dark side. Well, I think my headcanon Herobrine works the same way. Um, like one constant of Herobrine is that he's known as the man who cannot die. Um, like yeah, there's videos. We know we've seen videos of people killing Herobrine and all that, but those are just, according to this theory and this concept, those are just avatars of Herobrine. Those aren't the real, true Herobrine that cannot be harmed or damaged by anything. Basically, he's the god of Minecraft. Ever since Notch left, Notch was his only true rival in this scenario. But after Microsoft bought Mojang and Notch left, yeah, this is the sorry worst time to have an itchy nose. My bad. But yeah, Herobrine, true form Herobrine is a force to be reckoned with. We're talking reality warping on a universal scale. The snap of his fingers, you could suddenly, all your friends are suddenly gone, and instead replaced by their corpses. Burning the entire city, blink of an eye, destroying worlds, deleting worlds, rewriting history, restructuring landscapes, building an infinite dungeon to torment people. I mean, you're talking something that doesn't, like, no sword or magic or anything. It's really going to hurt him. But I also think that true form Herobrine has had some progress since he first started out. When he first came down, Herobrine, he absolutely was the villain. Like no saying that he was the villain. The single he was single hand, other than Notch, was the single hand the most powerful speed in Minecraft. And then seemingly he seemed to have gotten weaker over time, but I don't think that's actually the case. It's not that everyone else got stronger either. It's more of what you're seeing and fighting isn't the real Herobrine. It's an avatar brought into that world to act in his stead, to play whatever role that is needed of him in that world. I also believe that these avatars can vary in power. Some can be some seem to be weak enough that your average Minecrafter can easily beat up. Others powerful enough to shatter mountains, but that's not really that. But compared to the actual Herobrine, that's barely impressive at all. But I think he does this for a reason. Like, this wasn't a mistake. He separated him out because after Notch left, Minecraft became his domain. But and at first he went on, typical thing, destroyed a billion worlds and all that, and had his fun, but it was very unfulfilling to him. And then he also realized that without Notch, something important was missing. And he realized that he needed to keep Minecraft. That's who he needed to make, that Minecraft was his responsibility now. So something changed. And now, he started out, he realized that Minecraft lives on the stories of those around. And so I think in a way he encourages stories to be made. And that's why you have all these Herobrines with varying powers and stuff, varying power levels and stuff. His role is whatever he needs to be. He can play the good guy, play the bad guy, the anti-hero, the side character, whatever he needs, or whatever the world needs. I do believe he's vastly more powerful than Entity 303 and Death Lord, Dreadlord, whatever that guy's name is, Null, and all the others. True Form Herobrine, like, they don't stand a chance. He has no rival. Which is kind of the bittersweetness of it. But they're also, I don't believe that any of those are also aware that True Form Herobrine is a thing. I think they believe the avatars that they see and face are Herobrine. That they're none the wiser to it. And that's why varying power is like, oh, I'm stronger than Herobrine. I'm doing that. It's because what you're fighting is just a small, infinitesimally small fragment of a being that's made basically an infinite number of avatars to explore, conquer, save, protect, all across the now. And Bill, and it's, I think he's become like, he's realized that Minecraft is something that he needs to that he is a thing that he needs to make sure continues to prosper, continues. So that's what he's doing. I wouldn't say he's necessarily good, but I don't think he's no longer strict. I don't think he's strictly evil anymore. If that makes sense. I don't think he's like the True Form. I don't think the concept of good and evil is now beneath him. It's not a villainous thing, or it's just he's doing. And the avatars can play the roles of good or evil, or any shade in between, and they like, but yeah. And then on the concept of like, how does Steve factor into this? Because Steve is there, aren't here, Brian and Steve. It's like, well, honestly, I think Steve is another avatar of Herobrine. But there is a split. There is a difference here. Herobrine, I think, is the essence that the original being, that Steve and Herobrine used to be a single being, a singular being before they split. We don't know what the split is still, but we know that Herobrine is the avatars that have accepted the godly nature of themselves. And that's what they do. Herobrine is considered like deific, demigod, godly, or somewhere down. Even the mere avatars are considered this. So, but Steve is the one that embraced mortality. He's the mortal. He's the dude. He's the guy. He lives, struggles, and lives his life as mortal. And that's why you can still. That's why I believe when you see Herobrine peering through, it's because they are part of the same being, but not. But they are on different paths. That's why you'll see Herobrine not liking Steve because they are godly half or not liking the mortal half, or vice versa. Whatever the story, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of questions that you might have on stuff like, and I'll be happy to answer any questions in the comments below. But or at least have a discussion, to expand on this, because I think this idea would be very interesting if like other people picked this up and started going in this direction as a whole. I think it'd be an interesting storytelling. I would say that if we do go, people do go there, I think the one rule is no one fucks with true form Herobrine. Like status quo is he is legitimately unbeatable. No, I mean, and then if anyone makes a true form Herobrine saying this is a true form and yada yada, then basically you just say that's just an avatar that people think is an avatar. Well, that's just an avatar Herobrine people think is the true form. Because I mean, you can't stop. People are gonna create what they want to create, But I would say like the song, like because like if we go back to Dill, it's like true form Herobrine. I think like for this game, Dill, he is a being that you are not going to damage with spells or guns or swords or anything. He's not mortal. He can't die. If he wanted to, he could revive any of his avatars that died in any other world at will. He could focus his actual consciousness and take over any of his avatars at will. His avatars do have semi-independence, but it's more because they're just small shards of himself, so they don't necessarily all know the big pieces of everything. They don't like the avatars aren't the all-knowing true form. They're just a piece of him, and sometimes the pieces fight each other and stuff like that. That's fine, but there's an infinite amount. This is a being of immeasurable powerful, and he is, ever since Notch left, he's the sole god. So I do believe, like, and like Graham, like I know that officially Herobrine's a fan-made character. I know that, but my head canon though is that he's actually one of the voices that is speaking in the end credits of Minecraft, though after you beat the end. I do believe that he and Notch are the two, and I know that's cliche, and maybe a bunch of other people thought that about that too, but I like that narrative, if that makes sense. definitely a lot that you can explore there. But yeah, that's my true form Herobrine theory. Um, and I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that the others are like I don't think Entity 03 or Null or Death Lord or Dread Knight, or I don't know what its name is. I'm sorry. I don't, and all the rest. I don't think they're aware of true form Herobrine. True form Herobrine. Like they're aware of the avatar. Like they're aware that Herobrine's dope, but they're not aware that he's an avatar. They're not aware of the bigger picture, which is why they're there. But I think it'd be interesting to see like glimpses of this folding together. And also, what this theory does is it you also unites all the worlds of all these different creators and stuff like that, of all these different canons and stuff like that, and universes. But the baseline behind them is that there is a true form Herobrine who is watching. And yeah, and in worlds that technically don't have a Herobrine, he can still watch. Like if there maybe not be an avatar there, but you can still watch. Well, Minecraft is his purview. It's what he's realized that he had to step into the role of protector ever since Notch left, because there are other dangers to Minecraft than himself. Um, but yeah. Uh, yeah. But that's my theory. Like I said, I hope if you are interested in or have questions, leave a comment below. I would love. I mean, I can't force anyone to build, but I would love to see like this more people pick up this kind of thing. Maybe utilize stuff with this theory. I think it'd be pretty cool. This is Crowborn Chaos signing out, and I bid you guys adieu.